What's up, Capricorn? How are you guys doing? This here is your March 2023 main monthly reading. For those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please check the description box of this video. And yes, the sale is still active. I get that question at least 3 or 4 times a day. I will let you know, you'll all be the first to know if I decide to put an end to that. I don't have plans of putting an end to that anytime soon. So it's still going. All right, we're going to jump right into this. I don't want to do too much babbling. I want to do a quick, general, energetic outline of past, present, future, focusing mainly on the past, mainly. If I see anything new coming in, I will mention it, but mainly focused on the past person, mainly. Queen of Wands. Oh, yeah. That's you not playing no games, isn't it? Ain't taking no shit. Okay. Ooh, Queen of Cups, though. Okay. All right. So I'm kind of feeling like in the past... Wait a minute. This is weird. What is this? So maybe this is something that just never went, like, what's the word? Like, for some of you, this may have been something that never even started. This may have been somebody that you were trying to get with. Things were going one way and it never even started, or just whatever it was. This had a lot of massive potential to be something very successful. And for whatever reason, I don't know if this person just missed the opportunity or what, but this didn't go nearly as far as it could have. And like I said, I know this isn't everybody, but I'm feeling like there's at least 1 or 2 of you who this never even got up off the ground to begin with. But even those of you who it did not nearly reach the potential that it had. Not sure why. Oh, okay. This was a karmic contract. This was a karmic contract. So whatever's happening in the present moment right now, I don't see any movement. I don't. Things are at a dead stop, dead halt. Things are at a standstill between the 2 of you. We got 3 queens here. I feel like this is you. I feel like that's all you, boo-boo. Not playing no games. You do have a lot of feelings for this person, but you're not letting your feelings make any stupid decisions for you. And the King of Pentacles. You all are mirroring each other. You all are mirroring each other. Somebody's trying to manifest a second chance. Somebody is in the future. Can't really tell who that is. This is the strange. I almost want to clarify this whole spread. Almost. Something similar happened to Sagittarius. Their whole reading was way more general than I like it to be. Okay, whatever. Let's just see this person's feelings, energy, and intentions. Past person Capricorn is inquiring about. Let's see their feelings, intentions, their energy. Ten of Swords reversed. So they're kind of starting to get over this. Starting to. But they still haven't given up hope. Starting to get over it, but they haven't completely given up hope. Hermit, they're kind of isolated, just kind of doing their own thing for the very most part. They're starting to develop more of a negative outlook. They're not completely giving up hope, but they're not 100% positive that this situation will ever become something successful. They're scared. They're nervous. See, they can't find anybody to replace you. 7 of Cups reversed. Yeah, they can't find anybody to replace you, but they're still giving you the silent treatment at the same time. But make no mistake about it. They're giving you the silent treatment because they're too scared. More than likely too scared to hear what you would have to say. I kind of feel like they are trying to impress you from afar, though. Trying to impress you from afar. So, like, if you go look at their Facebook profile or something like that, and they're constantly posting, like, look at this new car I just got. Yeah, I just got a raise at work. Just got promoted. You know, they're trying to impress you, I think, materialistically from afar, hoping that you're watching. Okay. I don't see them taking any action to extinguish the flames burning the tower down. World card. Okay. You know what it kind of feels like to me? Feels like they regret screwing this up, but they're too afraid to own up to it. Their ego is getting in the way. They're too afraid to come straight forward and own up to it. So they're kind of trying to hang back and hope that they catch your attention somehow. Let's see the outcome. What is the outcome? What's the outcome? Emperor reversed. Yeah. They're too afraid. Eventually they will end up giving up hope on this. Eventually. Yeah. They're still sitting around and stalking you. So they're still keeping an eye on you, but it looks like the more time that passes, probably by the end of March, as we make our way into Aries season, that's pretty much when they'll quit waiting on this and go ahead and give up hope, from what I'm seeing here. Okay. Well, we got to get the advice then. What's the advice? Best advice for Capricorn. Why is the damn 10 of Swords keep coming out? Okay. So if you want communication, it's more than likely going to have to be you that does it. More than likely. However, Page of Pentacles. Keep it professional. Don't get your expectations real high. Don't get emotionally involved. Keep them at a healthy arm's distance and establish that boundary. That there's kind of like this unspoken thing, especially when you're dealing with a past person, where boundaries need to be set and understood. So you're staying at an arm's distance and you know they're going to push that boundary. You got to stand on that boundary. And you know they're going to push and test and push and test and push and test and push and test. Keep them at an arm's distance until you see whether or not they're willing to respect that. And then from that point, if you want to, either keep them at an arm's distance, get closure, and wrap this up and move forward, or only once they've respected that boundary and you see they're willing to actually respect you, then slowly let them back in. Slowly. Only once they've respected your boundaries. Okay? All right. Singles. What is generally happening between single Capricorns and the person who rents the most space in their mind? Sun card. Could be a Leo for some of you. I'm really feeling like the two of you actually have a pretty good connection. A pretty good, amazing connection, honestly. Or at least you could. It has a lot of potential. Two of Swords reversed. Oh, man. King of Wands and the Emperor both reversed. So this person has a lot of insecurities, but they play it off like they don't. They're actually very guarded. They're actually very, very guarded and insecure. But you probably don't know that because they play it off and pretend that they're all, what's the word? Like just like they have it all together and they really don't care. Nonchalant, you know. A lot of you are trying to work on manifesting this. I don't have time for that whole big lecture, but all that I will tell you is that when it comes to a specific person, the only thing you are able to manifest is an opportunity. You can manifest the opportunity. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I've had to tell like 2 other signs this for March. So I got to tell you too. You cannot manifest somebody to feel a certain way. No, you can't. No, you cannot. Nope. No, you can't. If somebody doesn't love you, you can't manifest that they fall in love with you. No, you cannot. You can try, but that will bite you in the ass. That will take the biggest chunk out of your ass, I promise you. Manifest the opportunity, the open door of opportunity. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We can't infringe on free will. Okay. All right. Every time, I cannot do a singles reading ever without the past coming up. Singles and the new person, the past always comes up. So this person is still in love with a past person, as per usual. Well, let's see how they actually feel about you, though. How's this person feel about Capricorn specifically? Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay. 2 of Cups. They're interested in you. They are interested. 3 of Swords. Again, they're still heartbroken from the last time they got hurt. For those of you wondering, though, whether or not like this person's actually going to go get back with their ex, no. The answer is no. They are still heartbroken. I feel like they are still in love with somebody from the past, but they are walking away from that and leaving the past in the past. The only thing is this person kind of feels a little bit awkward when talking to you. A little bit awkward. I don't know that they know how to speak the same language as you vibrationally. Could be an Aries for some of you. 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, looks pretty good. Looks pretty solid. Main thing I'm looking for is bad intentions. Manipulation, lies, coercion, deception, stuff like that, you know. Not seeing none of that. Looks pretty solid. Looks pretty good. Okay. Outcome. Outcome. What's the outcome? Temperance. Five of Cups reversed. So this person's very patiently basically healing from the past is what their main concern is. But as far as this goes, 2 of Wands, if you're just hanging around and waiting, yeah, there's that 3 of Swords again. If you're just kind of hanging around and waiting, I don't see an offer being made. Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, both reversed. Well, what's the advice then, at least? What's the advice? 5 of Pentacles reversed. So don't abandon this person right away. Don't abandon them. And the 10 of Cups reversed. So do the best you can not to hold on to any really strong expectations that it has to happen really quick and that it has to happen a certain way. Do the best that you can to at least establish being exclusive. At least try to establish that. As long as you can establish the two of you exclusively talking to just each other, then this, if you're patient enough, this could be something very successful. We just somehow, I don't know what conversation you need to have with them, what offer you need to make, or however you want to do it. Maybe just like say for example, it's somebody at the workplace. Send them a friend request. Start talking to them. See how interested they are and talking all the time. And somehow establish that the two of you are talking exclusively. And maybe you can help guide them through the healing process. Maybe you can. You can't do it for them. The only thing you can do is offer to be a helping hand. But yeah, it has potential. This does have potential. Okay. General messages. What general messages do we have? Star card reversed. Boom. Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords reversed. Okay. All right. I've been talking to a lot of the signs about, you know how I always talk about knocking on the proverbial door? I say this all the time, that you have to first walk up to the door and see if it opens, see if the motion sensor makes it open. And if it doesn't, knock on it. Well, if that door doesn't open, back away. I know a lot of cardinal signs have this thing where they want to keep knocking and knocking and knocking and knocking and knocking and knocking, being pushy, knocking, pushy. We don't want to do that. If you really want the forces on the other side of that door to align things to fit you in that door, every time you knock, and again, I'm using a metaphor for taking action towards something. Every time you knock, the universe saw that. The universe knows that you want in that door. If it doesn't open, back away and release it. Come back later. If it doesn't open, back away. Do this periodically. You don't want to just sit there and knock till your fingers bleed. Knock. Keep pushing, pushy. Keep do. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that, because if you break that door in, if you break that door down, you'll end up finding out why it wasn't time for you to be in there. You'll find out. Oh, yes, you will. Yes, you will. I don't know. I'm more the type, though. I've done that a few times. I'm more the type, though, that if a door doesn't open, I'm going to go find one that will. If I try something, doesn't work. Try it again, doesn't work. Hit it from this angle, doesn't work. Hit it from this angle, I'm like, I think the universe is telling me no. Okay, I'll go find a door that will open. But either way, we don't want to kick down. Now, when a door closes on you, it's a question I get fairly frequently. Should I just take this as a closed door and move on? Yes. If that door slams shut in your face already, and there's nothing you can do about it, yes. We humans have the worst habit of walking past an open door and trying to kick down a door that's been slammed shut in our face. We have the worst habit of doing that, dude. The worst habit. We don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Okay, well, let's move on to the general advice. Well, that was a bunch of advice, but I want to look at the freestyle general advice. So I don't know what that's pertaining to for those of you who are looking to expand your income, start a business, whatever the case may be. I've never met a non-goal oriented Capricorn, so hopefully that advice was useful for somebody. Okay, now freestyle advice. It doesn't have to be general. It can be love. Just whatever advice Capricorn needs to hear the most. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Hang on. Okay. Okay. King of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Learn to identify when a soul contract is complete. I think we've talked about this before, haven't we? Learn to identify when a soul contract is complete. Okay? Think about this. Think about your average human lifetime. About 80, 90 years, something like that. Birth to death. Now, from birth to death, how many people come and go in and out of that person's life? A lot, right? Now, of all those people who came and went, how many do you think were supposed to be there permanently? How many? Very, very few. Some people, none of them. Some people, there are souls that walk this earth who do not ever experience one permanent connection with anybody. They're out there. But so the overwhelming majority of soul connections are temporary anyway. Most of them. Learn to identify when a soul connection and a soul contract is complete. I'll give you a little example, a little idea as to what this is like. Somebody makes their way into your life. Let's paint up a hypothetical scenario. You get a new job somewhere and you're working there, well, a couple months. You meet this person, meet that person, little acquaintance here, coworker there, nobody special. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this person gravitates towards you and make their way into your life, and you secure a tight connection out of nowhere. Things are going great. Going great. We've got a good friendship, good relationship, whatever the case may be. Then one day, maybe 6 months later, a year later, you wake up and overnight, the energy between the two of you has shifted. Overnight. And usually that triggers your defenses, doesn't it? Usually. You can feel something's weird. It's like, what's going on with you? What are you up to? What are you scheming? Something's off about you. What are you planning? Nothing. The soul contract is complete. Now that's your little universal cue that tight magnetic energetic pull that was holding the two of you together has released. And we almost never heed that little warning, do we? Almost never. So we try to grab onto them and hold on to them anyway. And this weird, awkward vibe between the two of you keeps getting worse and worse because the universe is now trying to pull the two of you apart. And it's being patient. It's pulling. The energy between the two of you is getting weirder and weirder. And it's applying pressure and applying pressure and applying pressure. And you ignore it and applying pressure, and you keep ignoring it until it pops between the two of you one day, doesn't it? The soul contract was complete. It was complete. At any given time, just ask yourself this. What would happen if I just stepped back and let go? What would happen? Ask yourself that. Whether it's a friend of yours or a family member, doesn't matter who it is. And it's an open-ended question. If I just stepped back away from you and let go, what would happen? Would you drift away? Would I ever hear from you again? So if I just let you go and stepped away and you drift off, are you supposed to be in my life? Same thing with your job. Just ask yourself, what would happen if I just stepped back and let go of this job? What would happen? Wouldn't my boss be like, to hell with you, and already be searching to find my replacement within a day? Or would my boss be calling me, please come in, please come in, please, please, please come in. I'll give you a 50-cent raise. Please come in. Don't quit. What would happen? So if I am involved in any connection or in a job or whatever the case may be, and like this connection wouldn't be bothered by my absence, if my absence doesn't bother you, do I need you in my life? Do I need you in my life? If I step away from you and stop texting you, and you never text me, do I need you in my life then? What's the point of even having you in my life? Again, just some little things to ask yourself, just a test. Again, it's a totally open-ended question. I'm not alluding to one answer or another because it's going to be different for everybody. But that's where I always start. Sometimes it's best back away and let go and see what happens. If I back away and let go of you and you drift away, bye. I don't care who you are. I ain't chasing your ass. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to chase you. I shouldn't have to make you like me. I got news for you. I don't chase. I attract. Period. When you refuse to chase and only attract, the universe will tell you right away what belongs in your life and what doesn't. And this goes across the board. Relationships, you think I'm chasing your ass? Hell no. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to beg. I shouldn't have to. The universe did not pick a person to be my life partner that I would have to chase. The person the universe picked for me is somebody who, when I meet this person, we will gravitate towards each other naturally and organically. And if I step back and let go, we'll stay locked together like this. If I step back and let you go and you drift away, you're not the person the universe picked for me. I don't want to have to tell you how to respect this relationship. If that's not common sense to you, I don't want you in my life. I shouldn't have to tell you who you shouldn't talk to and what you shouldn't be doing. If I have to tell you that, you're not the person the universe picked for me. not. And no, I won't fight for you. Not meaning, protect you. I'm talking like I won't fight for this relationship. I shouldn't have to. If I have to fight to keep a relationship, you're not the person the universe picked for me. Think about that. Just some thought candy. Just some things for you to think about. I don't know. Ever since I adapted that mentality personally, my whole life changed. My whole life changed. You will bypass so much meaningless, ridiculous, unnecessary bullshit. And you'll basically beeline it straight towards the people who belong in your life. This is when soul connections will actually be fulfilling. See what I'm saying? All right. Well, I feel like those were the messages that my Capricorn friends needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again, y'all, for tuning in and playing along. I greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback you guys show me every time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all stay blessed.